The next question is, what is the role of past president or presidents, and how do you think the current ExCom team can actively engage with them?
With the past president or with the past ExCom?
Past president.
Past president. Right. See, for that, I would say that if you are in Toastmasters, every Toastmaster member should think that they are here for the long journey, and this is not a short trip that you are making. Okay? So, for the past president, when that person steps down from the role, he or she is still a member of the club.
Right.
And the new president who takes over, there is a lot that the new president and the new ExCom has to still depend on the old ExCom. Because just by taking over, you can't hit the ground running. If there's a lot of legacy that has happened over the past 6 months, the current president will also have been part of that club. So they would have also seen some of the decisions being implemented by the earlier ExCom. But when you take over as the new president, you will always depend on the old president, basically to say why were some of the things done in a way that they were done. So what was the rationale behind the discussion? Okay?
Right.
And then also that you are continuing the legacy. So we are not like some political parties who will come and say, because I took over today, whatever decisions the previous guys did, we are all taking that out, right? So it's not that. The legacy has to continue.
Right.
And when the legacy has to continue, you have to always depend on the people who were there in the past to guide you and help you to kind of go there. Right? So which is why the president's term, the previous president's association becomes that much more important. And always remember that Toastmasters again is where it's all about the relationships that make a club run. Okay? So typically, sometimes the old ExCom would have good relationship compared to the new ExCom because we are dealing with human beings, right? So there is no single formula to deal with a human being, right? For the 2 billion of us on this planet, I cannot forefront a single formula to say this will work with everybody, right?
Right.
So they will have certain connects. They would have had certain relationship with certain people, the way they would have done things. The new ExCom has to leverage that and move ahead. Which is why we say always involve the past president in all your activities. And that's the reason why Toastmasters International also has done it in that manner. It's not only stops with the president, it also goes like even district director will say the immediate past district director is also part of all the activities, not the execution or the planning activities, but you bring that person in for any event or any consultation or any meeting because they will be able to give that inputs as to why some of the decisions were taken that way in the last year.
Okay.
And that membership campaign was run or why that educational campaign was run and what did we do to attract members, what did we do to retain members. Okay. So that's the reason why you're keeping the IPDD, the immediate past president there because that person provides a link to the past.
Okay.
You cannot just the link to the past and say I'm starting afresh, right? So the link to the past is provided by the immediate past president. So that's why we say that person has to be connected with the new ExCom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So the next question is about, what are the options do we have in the leadership path after club president? Could you tell us how does this ExCom role help in potential roles outside of this club? So most of the team does not know what happens beyond the club roles. Could you throw some light on that?
Beyond a club, if you want to grow, the next thing is what you call as an area director. Now, area director is responsible for, I would not use the word responsible, but yeah, in some way, they are kind of responsible and accountable for all the clubs that come within their area. Okay. So an area might have 3 to 4 clubs. So the immediate progression after you have done a club ExCom role is to kind of go to an area director. So area director is a nominated role. It's nominated by the division director.
Okay.
So you play 1 year as area director. Then if you want to rise further up, then you go to the division director.
Okay.
A division director in some cases might be nominated if you don't have any competition. But if there is competition for that role, then it goes into an election, which means that all the clubs in District 120 will vote, not only the clubs in your division.
Okay.
So if there are 153 clubs today in District 120, and if you are standing for the role of a division director, and you have got competition for that role, then everybody will vote.
Okay.
All these 153 clubs will vote. And the way it works is each club has got 2 votes.
Okay.
So the president and the VP education, they are the ones who got the votes. Okay, so 2 votes per club, plus the area director has a vote, the division director has a vote, and the trio has a vote. Okay, that way it goes. Okay, so that is an elected role. A division director is responsible for the entire division. So each division will have 4 to 5 areas. Each area will have 3 to 4 clubs. So that will be like somewhere between 18 to 21 clubs you have in a division. Yeah. Again, it's all of these are 1 year roles. No role gets extended at any point of time.
Okay.
And each of these roles come with their own targets and roles and responsibility. Yeah. And people are expected to kind of meet that. Those processes are very simple. They don't give you too many targets. They say, make your area a distinguished area or a select distinguished area or a president's distinguished area. Same goes for division director. They'll say, make your division a select distinguished division or a select distinguished division or a president's distinguished division. Okay? Now there are criteria for that, for what makes an area select distinguished, what makes an area select distinguished or president's distinguished. Same for the division also. So division directors are supposed to do that. Now, if you want to go beyond division director, then there is what they call as club growth director.
Okay.
Club growth director, again, like same case as division director, either selected if there is nobody for the role, but if there is somebody else for the role, then it comes into an election.
Okay.
And again, the entire district votes. Okay.
Okay.
So once you become club growth director, then you are responsible for the entire district. Club growth activities for the entire district. But typically, your role is to ensure that there is growth in membership, there is growth in new clubs.
Okay.
Okay. And you have to ensure that the existing clubs don't die.
Yeah. Right.
So this again, you are responsible for entire district. Once you become club growth director, then the next one after that is program quality director.
Okay.
Which is again for entire district.
Okay.
That again is you are responsible for the entire quality of the district. There is ensuring that meetings are happening in a proper manner, educational awards are filed on time, all those things, membership awards are getting updated on time. So having the trainings conducted for the entire district. So you are responsible for that.
Okay.
Beyond that is what is called district director.
Okay. District
director is again either selected or elected, as the same format is. If there is nobody for the role of district director, then you are selected unanimously. Of late, Toastmasters International has changed the rules. They have said that only someone who stood for the role of program quality director can become district director.
Okay.
Okay. Because they don't want, again, like I talked about earlier, they don't want somebody to jump the ranks and come up without having performed the roles in between. Right. So,
correct. Yeah, get the experience and then take the role.
Yeah, sorry, not program quality director. They say anybody who's been anyone part of the trio. Okay. So for the district director, you should have either been a club growth director or a program quality director.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. You could have been a district director in the past also, you can still nominate.
Okay.
Okay. But usually people don't do that once you've done that role. Okay.
Right. Okay. Okay.
So this is basically done to ensure that people don't jump ranks and come.
Got it. Got
Like
it.
somebody who's been an area director suddenly doesn't say, I will become a club growth director, because you're skipping 2 ranks and coming up, right?
True.
Not that, again, like I said, not that you will not do a good job at it. You can still do an excellent job. But just to ensuring that you risen up the ranks and you know what each role demands, right? So,
Right.
right.
Got it.
That's so once you become a district director, you are responsible for the entire district. Okay. That again has your own targets, deliverables, everything is there. And beyond district director, then you become immediate part district director.
Okay.
For that 1 year, you can't take any other role. You just get that IPDD, they call you, immediate past district director. Once that 1 year is over, after your stepping down from the post of district director, you can go for the role of a region advisor.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a long path seems to be there.
There's a region advisor, then there is something called international director. Then, but as you go up, then the competition will also increase, because till the district director, it was at the district level.
District level, yes.
Anything above that goes to the region level.
Right.
So the way Toastmasters hierarchy is club to area, area to division, division to district, district to region.
Correct.
Region to the world. Okay. So it goes to a region level. So then you can aspire to be a regional advisor or a international director.
Okay.
Okay. So regional advisor is again a nominated position. So if you technically not nominated, what they would do is, if you are aspiring for a role of a region advisor, you send in your nomination. They will take feedback from all the people that you have people who have worked under you.
Okay.
If I am a district director and I want to apply for a regional advisor, then they will take feedback from all the division directors who worked under me.
Okay.
And then they will kind of see whether I displayed the roles or the leadership traits of being a leader or being an advisor and all of that. So only then you get nominated for that role. So it's not an automatic thing.
Okay, got it.
And after regional advisor, you can be international president if you want to. Some people don't do regional advisor, they only go to international director. Not international president, international director.
Okay.
Then you have like the first international president, second international, all that hierarchy is there. Okay. I would not bring all of it here and confuse people, but it's a lot of hierarchies there. Okay.
Okay, very interesting.
And then on the top of the final one is what is known as the international president, which gets elected by everyone. Okay. So last year it was an Indian who was there.
Right.
It was Deepak Menon. So he stepped down in July, because the term is June to July is our term. And then the current one is Richard Peck.
Yeah.
So that's how the hierarchy goes. And all of these are voluntary. So if you go to the Toastmasters.org website and you look up the board of directors, you can see the hierarchy there.
Okay.
International president, there will be first, then the board will be there, and then the international directors will be there for each region. Okay. So that is how it will be there.
Okay.
And that is the way you can go up. There is a parallel organization within Toastmasters, which is the CEO and his team.
Okay.
Dan Rex is the CEO, right? So Dan Rex, and then he's got a CFO, CIO, everybody.
Okay.
Those are all kind of paid employees of Toastmasters.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Whereas international president and the international directors, regional advisors, this arm which is there, these are voluntary. This is not paid responsibility. Okay. So that is how the organization is. But in all of this, what I want to say is, if you want to take up all these roles, okay, please keep in mind that you will need to have ample time on your hands to devote for all of this. Yeah.
Right.
Especially if you go starting from a division director and above, you will have to spend a lot of time in all of this. You can have your dedicated team under you. Like there's an extension team, which we say, which will be like the club extension chair, the club quality chair, the TLI chair, the district judge, Okay, all those are district teams. The CFO, which is the district finance manager, all these people are nominated by the district director.
Right.
Today, if you see Sarov L. Rajan, who's playing the district finance manager, that's a nominated role. Okay. Right. And then there is district admin manager with Gayatri Rajagopalan. That's a nominated role. And district PR manager Jayan Narayan is there. That's a nominated role. So those kind of roles can also be played by people.
Okay.
But any kind of these leadership roles that you take up, I always tell people, please only take it up if you have time on your hands. I can do it because I'm like an entrepreneur and I'm on a sabbatical. I can juggle my professional and personal time. But for people who are working in organizations who are bound within organization ambit of 9 to 5 or all of that, who have frequent travel as part of their professional responsibility, be very, very careful about taking this. At the end of the day, if you take this and if you don't deliver, no one is going to do anything to you. Right?
Correct.
But then I always tell people that the role is voluntary, the responsibility that comes with it is not. Okay? So please be very, very cognizant of that fact when you take this up. And then there is no easy way up. Like I said, I cannot aspire to be a international president in the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Because it's a long journey that you have to kind of grow through. So you have to have the time, the investment, and the dedication in Toastmasters.
Got it.
To kind of make that happen. You should be involved in the movement. To the extent is that I can't say that I'm a district officer, so I don't go for my club meetings. Right?
Right.
Should still be going for my club meetings. I would still be filing for my educational awards.
Yeah.
Should still be going and doing my role in the club, not only in my club, but in other clubs also.
Right.
Helping out there. So all of that takes time. Okay?
True.
And suddenly imagine, as a district director, you are working with 153 clubs. 153 clubs multiplied by 2, because assuming you work with just 2 excom in the club.
Right.
Okay? Right. And then you have the division directors to work with, the area directors to work with, right? And then you have the club division extended teams, your district extended teams. Then you have to report to the regional level, okay? And to the world level. So all of that is a lot of time and energy.
Got it.
And in all of this, unless you don't go and meet the clubs, talk to them in person and be part of what their issues are and resolve those issues for you. Okay?
Right.
They are not going to look up to you as a leader. Right?
Got it.
So all of that takes a lot of time and energy. Like last year, I remember, but between me, Praveen, and Sharma Mahalingam, who was the district director from Sri Lanka, we almost crisscrossed the entire Tamil Nadu some 8 to 9 times. Right down from going from Tirunelveli up to Hosur, to Coimbatore, to right up to Pondicherry and within Chennai. So it was a lot of effort.
True. Got it.
But that is the leadership journey, and everyone should aspire for that. Yeah. The only thing, if you're aspiring for it, ensure that you know how to balance your time.
Got it. Yeah. It comes with its own set of challenges that you should be ready for.
Yes.
And like you said, though the role is voluntary, the responsibilities are not. So, which is why you should be very watchful of that.
I cannot, at the end of the day, say sorry and go away. You can technically, okay,
but still, that's it speaks about you as a person, right?
Yeah, I can blame the weather. I can blame the Almighty. Okay, I can blame Corona. Okay, I can blame the devaluation of the rupee. Okay, or I can blame the way the dollar is going up, rupees. Okay, anything I can do. But end of the day, if I am not delivering, then I should be owning up for what I've not done. Okay.
Correct.
And this is not something that, always remember that if you sign on some of these things, ensure that you complete the full journey.
Right.
Like when I signed up to become a club growth director, I'm sure that now I'll have to go at least till district director. I cannot exit out of this.
Okay, got it.
Right. Because if I do that, then I'm suddenly leaving that vacuum there, right? So
that learning doesn't go up.
Yeah. So at least till district director, I'll have to complete the journey.
Okay.
Okay, so because that is the logical thing, then you are like topping, that is the top position in the district. So beyond that, it goes to region. Region, suddenly there are a lot of people, right? And even if you aspire, you may not get it for the first time, or you may get it for the first time, but then there are a lot of people there. Okay?
True.
But this is the culmination of your leadership journey. Okay, has to be. Some people stop at area director, they don't go ahead. Some stop at division director, they don't go ahead. Some after division director go and do extended roles in the district, like become the district finance manager or district PR manager.
PR.
Okay. And then they will come back after 1 or 2 years and say, let me go and become the peak CGD and the PQD again. But once I step into the CGD role, then I should only exit when I become the district director.
District director. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Very interesting. Thank you very much. That was a wonderful insight into the the long aspiration path that each person could have. So, and